Chromecast audio. I've got to do this fast because my phone's battery is dying and I don't know why it won't charge. Received it today. Comes in this very recycled cardboard box. Comes with this awesome lime green 3.5 to 3.5. The Chromecast adapter, which is here. It comes with a USB cable, a nice gray one, which is an odd color for, you know, anything. And then, where is it? This 2 amp son of a bitch for plugging in the wall. Now, Chromecast audio, why should I give a shit? Let me give you the rundown. I bought it because I have to, because it's sort of my job now. Something new comes out, get it and test it. Do I have a spot for it in my world? Do I need it? Well, let me tell you what it does. That's different and better than everything else. Here it is, this little baby. And the only thing it has on it is an LED that goes from white to amber, the USB charging port, a single button, and then a combo port that does fiber optic out, which is the most important part of this discussion, and line out. Now, if you go line out, you can just plug this into some powered monitors and you'll be fine. Or you can plug it into your anything. It comes with nothing here. What did it come with? It came with this. So you could do that, and then you can plug this into whatever the hell you plug a 3.5mm into. Or you plug, get this, your headphones into it if you want to be a total badass. Because yes, it will power headphones. Unfortunately, it still needs to be powered. Still needs to be powered by USB, which is why I'm just running off this big Anchor battery because I was walking around doing testing with it. But it's going to be set up in this room, probably. And here's how it's working. Here's how this works. This isn't a Bluetooth receiver. My little Bluetooth receiver thing that's like I showed everyone, and everyone, the way that works is you pick up your phone, it says I am a Bluetooth sender, and that says I am a Bluetooth receiver, and it receives via Bluetooth compression, and then it plays back directly from your phone. No, what did I just do? What this does is you turn it on, you install the plugin, it finds it, you tell this thing your Wi-Fi password, this thing goes out to the internet and talks to Google. And then you take your phone and you load up Google Play Music, which right now is the only application I currently have. There's a list of a few that work somewhere. There it is. Pandora, RDO, NPR One, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Google Play Music. I only have the Google Play Music right now. But what it does is I tell this to play music. It's playing music. There it is. There's a little icon that pops up after you've installed the thing and told it everything you want, including to play hi-fi compression. You hit that. It says cast to Zeos's Chromecast. And I don't have it plugged in right now, but if it will be in a second. And what it's doing is this is telling my Wi-Fi router and telling Google thousands of miles away he wants to hear this classical music song on his Chromecast. And then Google's going, I got that shit, and streaming the data to my router, and my router's sending it Wi-Fi direct to these Chromecast and then outputting it. Which means there's no Bluetooth, which means there's no compression for that. Which means when I plug this in fiber optic to my $250 Emotiva DAC, which is outputting to my LSR 305s, it's not lossless because Google Play Music still does not currently stream lossless. But what you're hearing now is not coming off my phone. How do you know that? Well, let me see. Let me shut my phone off entirely. Google Play Music has all my songs because I've uploaded them. Phone off. So right now, my phone was only there to call Google and say, Google, play music. And Google fucking out there, wherever the hell, that way, west. Google's servers are going, all right, Zeos, we got this shit. And they're sending it through the internet, through my Verizon, and my Wi-Fi is just, where's Chromecast? There it is. And now my Chromecast is getting music from their servers, 100% in the 320 kilobits going into this, and since I'm not using the DAC in this with analog, the quality is just one step under lossless. And that will be fixed when Google servers are not the ones feeding the information. Because right now, the only reason they're not doing lossless is because, you know, that would kill a lot of bandwidth. Tidal, if Tidal gets support for this, that's it. Because you could plug this into any DAC you want that has a SPDIF input. It doesn't have a bad DAC built into it. I plugged the headphones directly into it. Here, ready? Ah, shit. I gotta turn my phone on to raise the volume. That was a bad idea. Phone. Activate. Actually, wait. No, I don't. Leave my phone alone. Come with me. Walk around. Zealous reviews are fun. Because I have, on my tablet here, I bought a 10-inch Android tablet. Where the hell is it? There it is. Cast the Zeos Chromecast. So now, classical music's going to stop, and bam! Tool is now playing. Because now this talked to my Wi-Fi and talked to Google out west. And now it's coming back here and it's sending shit to this. Listen to how loud that's playing too. So now if I hit the volume on this, it's going to pop up a little Chromecast icon, and I'm literally lowering and raising my HD600s. Now this is not exactly... I mean, if you got a small one of these, this would work. You could wander around your house listening to music. And then just pull out your phone and tell Google... It's basically a very long extension cord to your music. Next. That's how long it takes for this to go, hey Google, change song, and then it's back and it's here. So this is a very cool device. The fact that it's got the SPDIF, the fiber optic, is what really, really... Let's leave that there. Over. This SPDIF, that means it doesn't have to use a DAC that's built into a little plastic disc, and it could use your DAC. I could use the damn... I've got the Aoun right here, the X1S, and it's got a fiber optic input, and I had it hooked up. And I was listening to this through these headphones that are all worth $300, trying to hear any sort of compression. And you could just barely tell that it's not lossless. But for most people, that's good enough. That was interesting, huh? Come on. Oh yeah. So now this music's being, again, controlled by exterior forces. Do not mess that up. Pause. Pause. This isn't talking to that. This tablet is not talking to that. This tablet is talking to Google thousands of miles away, and Google is telling that thing to stop playing this song. And now it's time to play the song. So, very cool. Only audio. It's not helping with Google. That's what Chromecast, the actual HDMI adapter's for, which I'm going to have to buy and plug into my Tascam PAR200. Even though that's a smart TV, I think a Chromecast review, a real full one for video, is probably going to be the better thing. Hooker with a penis. How long does it take? That was like 3 seconds. Maybe less. I don't know. Sure. Yeah, so this is a day one review, and I don't do day one reviews, but I'm so damn excited that it had fiber optic, because I wasn't sure. I just sort of like ordered it and went, alright, we'll see what happens when it comes here, and I plugged in the wire before I plugged in the power, and I'm like, I wish it had fiber optic out. That would make that. Look, it's like the future in here. Hooker with a penis. No, next track. Yeah, there's no those little Bluetooth problems are gone now. So you would just stick this son of a bitch wherever Wi-Fi can reach it. go either analog out, because it's got a decent enough DAC to your speakers or amplifier. If you've got an SA60 or something, you can use the front. Or if you've got a full receiver or a full SPDIF DAC, if you've got an SD793, you could just plug a fiber optic into this and get near lossless. Near lossless. Now, I'm a big lossless guy. But near lossless, and having this sort of convenience where I could just be like, oh, I want to go back again. I want to play Tool anymore. By the way, AliExpress. This son of a bitch was like 160 bucks. Yes, I know it's Tool. I want no more Tool. There's too many back buttons. This actually has a local copy of all my music, and it sort of freaks it out a bit. Let's see if Bacano plays. It may not, because it has to be on the Google servers thousands of miles away. Having it here means nothing to that thing.
Sometimes I just want to lose.
And that could actually, let me show you the app before we move on. Where are you, app? There you are. So here, you get 3 choices. What's on? And this is the only app I have on here is Google Play that'll support it. Then you go to devices, and it shows you Zio's Chromecast and my PIN if you want to come here as a guest. Oh, that's another thing. If your device knows my Wi-Fi password, like my roommate did, he came here and was able to Chromecast. Just bam, I want to use it, and he was taking over. If you have guests show up and you give them this PIN, 5352 is my PIN. So if you come to my apartment, it's 5352. They could just come in, say, I want to cast to Zio's Chromecast, here's the PIN, and then they could use this without any other fucking around. Here's the settings. High dynamic range for AVRs and hi-fi systems. Make sure you put that on. Don't be stupid. That's actually off by default. Make sure it's on. You set the name, you set your Wi-Fi, time zones, everything else is pretty much useless. But you could stop casting, you could pause it, you could play it, you could change the volume. And then Get Apps is basically like, alright, here's the other apps that work. Spotify, Rhapsody, Tunnelin, Pandora, 7 Digital Music, Video Stream Cast downloads, which I'm not sure how that would work. I guess just when audio podcasts, Swanga, iHeartRadio, here on Deezer, blah, 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 Plex. So, you really don't need to open the app unless you're adding something. So we can close that, we can close the Play Store, we can close Amazon and that. Just go back to this. Let's play Power and Me instrumental. Oh, calling. There it goes. And like I said, you could just shut this off. I could actually, here's my plan, what I'm doing with this. Once I've set this to go, I could close all the apps on every device. This could just sit in this bedroom, just eating up Google's bandwidth for the rest of time. It's like having my own radio station. It's like I come here, I hit USB, and then I could turn on this, and I could actually, actively pick what I want to play. And then if I just want to hear the radio, quote-unquote radio, but only music I like, then I flip to Optical One, and all of a sudden it's playing everything I've ever synced with Google Music. It's just playing. And if I want to change a song, I'd have to log into the thing and set it up to change. But it could just constantly, forever be always getting this. Always. I wish I could get this in a car working, but you'd need a Wi-Fi signal, which if you tethered your phone or something, that'd probably murder it. Or if you have like Optimum Wi-Fi where it's hotspots everywhere, then you might get away with it. But for work, if you have a computer at work, if you have access to Wi-Fi at work, there you go. You don't have to bring any of your music. And you don't have to carry it on your phone. You don't have to plug your phone in. You literally just have this, and you tell your phone tells it, play all my fucking music. And then it does on whatever you want. So that's really cool. And it comes in this little recyclable thing, and I'm going to throw this away now. Yeah, it doesn't come with much, but speaker input supported, RCA, which you need to buy a cable. But yeah, look at this. Oh, it's just so good now. Oh, some gay music going on here. Oh God, picture me. It's back. I wonder if this will play. Hold on. This may not work. I've had this happen. Unable to play the song. Can't play the side-loaded song remotely. Now, what this means is that this song is on this piece locally, but it hasn't been synced out with California. And I don't blame it, because I tried to play back some original 1984 to 95 Godzilla soundtracks. Like, no one has those. So if you've got some really freaked out shit and it hasn't synced, it's probably not going to work. But that's only happened like for 10 albums that I have, and I have really eclectic taste. So, you know, don't worry about your stuff. If you go to the Big Lebowski soundtrack and you want to put on, where's that stomping song? Not walking song? No, stomping ground. There it is. What? No. Moondog with orchestra. Oh, I muted it. Pause that. And as long as you're within Wi-Fi range, so here's my router. So I'm within Wi-Fi range, like basically out into the street. And even if I leave Wi-Fi range, it's just going to keep playing music. Forever. Forever. That's the main thing, is that it never loses Bluetooth connection, it never freaks out, it just plays forever. And in good quality. So, hopefully Tidal, something a little losslessy, will get supported by it. And once that happens, then we're ready to goddamn have a party. So, Google Chromecast audio approval.